Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Vicker. I'm a member of the marketing and social media teams of the Team-Based Learning Collaborative, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to one of our plenary speakers for the 2024 annual conference to take place at Collin College in McKinney, Texas. And I am welcoming Dr. Matthew Fete, Professor and Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Pharmacy at Chicago State University. Dr. Fete's been there for the past 4 years. Before that, he was Dean and Professor in the School of Pharmacy at Regis University, and he's a graduate of the University of Colorado Boulder and St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia. So welcome, Dr. Fete. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me and for the invitation.
Well, I know that it's going to be a few months away, so you probably haven't had a chance to really think very much about your talk and plan specifically what you're going to talk about. But maybe for people who don't know you, you could tell us a little bit about your background and your areas of expertise so we know you a little bit better.
Well, certainly. My name is Matt Fete, as you mentioned. I'm a chemist by training, actually, so my PhD was in chemistry. I worked in startup industry for several years before my academic adventure. The last job I had was actually a startup where we formulated drugs for the direct administration to the brain for very seriously ill patients. And that was actually at the University of Colorado School of Pharmacy at Anschutz. And so the chief science officer of that company was also a faculty member in pharmacy, and he said, when our funding ended, he said, they're looking for somebody at Regis University to teach medicinal chemistry, pharmacology, and some of the pharmaceutical sciences in the School of Pharmacy. And so that's how I started my academic career. And at Regis University, we taught using 100% team-based learning. And so I was recruited as a faculty member, as an assistant professor, with the understanding that the facilitation model was team-based learning. So I got about 10 years of team-based learning experience there. I served as the interim chair for the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, the interim dean, and later transitioned to Chicago State University, where I began as dean of pharmacy. And recently, in April of 2023, those responsibilities have expanded to all the health sciences at the institution, including occupational therapy, nursing, health information administration, and public health.
Whoa, that's quite an expansion of one job title there.
Yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's really great that you've got a good understanding of TBL, but also what it takes to implement that into a program. So have you, when you talked to the programming committee, did you talk about what kinds of things they might like you to discuss in your plenary?
I received an email, and I want to acknowledge right from the beginning that I have mentors in team-based learning, and I don't really consider myself an expert in team-based learning. Although I did it for many, many years, there was always somebody in the office who knew how to do it better than me. But I was taken by the invitation, that the theme of the conference is growing through TBL. Mm. And in particular, the invitees, Dr. Griffin and Dr. Fuentes, had mentioned my experience and expertise and professional interest align well with the theme. And particularly, they pointed out academic leadership, active use of and championing of team-based learning, but also experience in mentoring and growing others. And so I saw it as an opportunity to talk about, when I digested and I thought, am I really the right person to talk about this? I thought about all the things that team-based learning had taught me other than content. As a facilitator, what it had taught me relative to accountability and learning, preparation, communication, when we talk about peer evaluation as being a part of team-based learning, all of the things that I learned as a facilitator. Clearly, the students are learning as participants in the educational model. And so I thought, I have grown through team-based learning. I have grown through TBL. And it has affected the way I communicate. It's affected the way I mentor others as per the invite. And it's affected the way I build leadership teams, the way we communicate. And so, upon reflection, I thought, well, what an amazing opportunity to talk about. And this is the theme I'm going for, I think, although I'm ill prepared at this point in time, is all of the things that team-based learning teaches you other than content.
That's really incredible to think about that beyond just the actual structure of doing a TBL class and the other things that you have. And, that's one of the things we try to stress for our students is that having this experience is what employers are looking for now. Number one skill that people want is the ability to work in teams. So the fact that you're really bringing that forward is really great. What would you hope that people who come to hear your plenary talk would take away from the experience?
I think, an openness to exploring the things that students should learn in general outside of the content that you're teaching. TBL is certainly one mechanism to do that. There are others as well. But what do we need to be doing with our students to prepare them for the world that they're going to join based on their new career credentials or college or university credentials? And it's so much more than content. It's how, as you mentioned, how to work in teams, how to communicate, how to understand the different values brought forth by different individuals from different backgrounds and perspectives, and to utilize the diversity of individuals in general to meet outcomes, whether it be in healthcare, business, or other areas. So I think those are some of the takeaway points that I would hope that we can decipher throughout this journey together. Yeah.
Yeah, those sound like really great goals, and we are definitely going to look forward to hearing you speak. So thank you so much for joining us today. And a reminder for everyone that the TBLC's annual conference will be taking place March 2nd through 5th, 2024 at Collin College in McKinney, Texas. And we look forward to seeing everyone there. You can find the link to sign up below this video. Thanks so much for joining us, and thank you again, Dr. Fete, for being with us.
Certainly. Thank you for the invitation, Dr. Vicker, and I'm very much looking forward to the conference.